I had a recent case when there was issues with domestic violence that was reported to us where law enforcement had gone out to the home and there was two children present. So there's quite a bit of violence that happens there, some criminal history. So I brought a law enforcement officer with me out to the home just for my own safety reasons as well. When we arrived at the house, we knocked on the door. Someone answered, and she told us to just come into the home, and she told us to stop and asked if we had a warrant. So we're like, no, you just told us to walk in the door. Can we come in? She says no. She makes us stand outside the door. She says, I will talk to you, but you need to wait outside. So we wait outside the door. Minutes go by. I'm starting to get a little nervous because there's a couple of kids inside. And I wasn't sure what she was doing because there was also concern about there being methamphetamine inside the home as well. So we waited. I knocked again and was like, are you coming out to the door or what's going on? Her mom actually came to the residence and got herself in the door. And then we were locked back out again. And then she finally answered the door and let us in. So you could tell we were a little bit on edge. I'm like, what's happening? So let's check this out. So we went in the residence, kind of scoped it out. She did end up talking to us. She was just nervous that we were coming to take her kids because that can look really scary if we come out with a law enforcement officer. And a lot of times that tends to be people's vision of what we do is that we're coming out to take their kids. But I did eventually talk her down, and we talked about what was going on. And the law enforcement officers, I asked them to leave because I didn't feel that they were needed anymore. And we were able to talk through what was happening and figure out some services to help her with. So, and I believe I'm at the point now I have to send her some information regarding resources and help her set up some services because there was some concern about her daughter witnessing a lot of domestics because when we were there and people were raising their voices, she did this with her ears, which is a pretty big indicator that she's probably heard a lot of screaming before. So getting her little girl some services, and she had a new baby in there too. So looking at getting public health in there as well to make sure that child development is on track and make sure there's no safety issues in the house and things like that. Because a lot of times with domestic violence, it takes several times for women to leave their significant other. Sometimes because of financial reasons, a lot of times because they have kids tied together. So helping them make sure that they can follow through and keep their kids safe, because that's kind of the hard part of those cases is our job is to make sure the kids are safe, but trying not to push the victims as well to the point where, they're being re-victimized by us instead of their significant other or whoever that may be. So trying to get her to sign on for case management will be a good way to help monitor safety and make sure she continues with services, because sometimes the follow-through for those parents is minimal. So, and it ends up being a reoccurring incident.